so that's when I started to extradite. And extradition was that's a whole nother. I had a guy in Stockton, California, hit me up and say, "Hey, I seen where you kind of asked about being an extradition agent. Let me fly you to California. And I had never been to Cali. Mind you, I'm in my 20s, and I'm like, okay, California, golly, it's a big step. And so I get to California. The first place he takes me is San Quentin. First place he takes me to San Quentin, and I'm like, damn, do I want to get involved in this shit? Because now I got to shackle this crazy motherfucker that's got 2 life sentences. I got to take him to Stockton, the San Quentin county jail. He's got to do another 10 years for another murder, but I have to get him there. You know what I'm saying? I got to put him in a 15-passenger van. I got to lock him up. I got to make sure he get there in one piece. That's a very dangerous job, because if this motherfucker decides he want to snap, I got to either kill him or he gonna kill me. So it was a very exciting job, but it also was dangerous as shit. Especially when you go places like Pelican Bay, you go to Folsom, you go to San Jose County, you go places like San Diego, El Centro, Mexicali, places like that. I was everywhere, bro. I even went to Modesto State Prison. I was everywhere.
A lot of high-powered people?
A
lot of high-powered people you had to transport?
Man, a lot of shot callers, a lot of motherfucking the Northerners, man. I had one of the top-ranked Northerners in my van. I mean, he was one of the coldest. I mean, he told me out of his own mouth. He said, "Man, I can call somebody right now. If I had a phone, I can call somebody right now to come turn this van over and kill you and kill everybody in here."
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, these people were very, very high-profile people. I had guys I had to pick up coming out of Vegas. I used to go to Vegas a lot down in Clark County, and I would get them from out of maybe like Bakersfield, and I would take them back to Vegas. And these guys owed $2-3 million of Vegas money. They were on a bench warrant because they owed Vegas $2 million. Millionaires. Guys have just been gambling and they took off running, and they owed Vegas $2 or $3 million.
So Vegas want their ass, huh?
Vegas want you locked up, and we don't even want to talk about all the beautiful, beautiful prostitutes I had to take back and forth because of human trafficking. I had female pimps I had to pick up from different places. I went to Twin Towers in LA County. I never seen nothing like Twin Towers. I mean, Twin Towers is crazy, man. Like it's so gangsterous. Everybody in there is in a gang. Everybody.
Yeah, the police too.
Everybody in a gang. And you got the red, the orange, and I think it's red, orange, green, or red, orange, white, or something like that. You put the white dudes in the red, the orange, and you got the Hispanics in the green, and you got the Bloods and Crips in the red. And I mean, it's crazy in there, bro. I mean, I've seen it all, man. I've seen it all. So, it's a lot of stuff, man. I could tell you days and days of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even touch.
What is some of the? I mean, I didn't go to Twin Towers, but everybody knows it's notorious, and you hear a lot of this gang stuff. I mean, you haven't visited that place. What was one of the craziest things you heard of, or talking to other guards there? Because I tell people, man, Sac County police the sheriffs do not mess around. They will bust your head up in there. They do not play.
Man, I picked up an inmate out of Sac County, and as I was getting ready to leave out of Sac County, because you go through that garage, and then you walk right through that door, and as soon as you walk in that door, it's chaos. Man, I was sitting there waiting on my inmate to come out, and they brought a dude in, and he spit in one of the officers' face. They kicked the shit out of his ass right in front of me. Right in front of me, bro. Sac County don't play that shit. You are absolutely right.
They don't play.
Sac County right there off the freeway. Right there on the corner.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it's right by Denny's or some shit like that.
People don't realize Sacramento, even though it's in California, is one of the most racist cities. Bro, Sacramento, they don't play. Like, Sacramento got areas where, and I got friends that still live out there, where if you get caught over there, they'll ask you, boy, what are you doing over there? They got a code for like black in area or black in something, like literally like Sacramento, you know, you might think, oh, Sacramento, man, Sacramento is no joke, bro. It's no joke.
Definitely one of the most dangerous jails to be in. It's also one of the most racist jails, and it's also one of the most police brutality jails.
Yeah.
They will kick you. They kick this dude. I'm sitting there looking at him, I'm like, bro, why are y'all beating the shit out of this dude? Like, he just barely spit, and they beat the crap out of him. And these little white kids, 21, 22 years old, kicking the shit out of his ass.
Yeah, you don't want to.
And I'm
you don't want to. You don't want to disrespect the police there, or you don't want to do anything stupid. And for me, I'm like, in all actuality, bro, there's no way you can pay me to spit out of Sac County, LAPD. You know, why would you do that? You're asking for it. You're asking for it.
You're asking for it, bro. And I also saw a lot in this, and this is crazy. I saw a lot in the South. I had a female partner that I took on the road with me a lot, and we were in Louisiana. And I had been through Louisiana millions of times, but this particular night, we were on our way through Jenna, Louisiana, where they had the Jenna 6 at one time. Remember the Jenna 6? Where they caught those 6 boys, and they got arrested, and the white boys got let go, but they kept the black boys in jail and stuff like that. So that particular night, we were trying to find a place to house inmates. And so we wound up in Jenna, Louisiana, at about 2 a.m, and I went to about 3 hotels, and every hotel I walked in, before I could get to the desk, she said, no vacancies. No vacancies. And the parking lots are empty. And I'm like, I know damn well there's vacancies in here. Like, no vacancies. So we finally we had to go to about 2 or 3 different other towns. We finally got a hotel. And then we came back to the jail to house the inmates for the night in Jenna. When we got to the jail, the lieutenant that came out had on a pair of jeans, regular shirt, and his gun. And I'm like, this dude, like, he just left the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
So he came out, he had tobacco in his mouth, and he said, don't worry about these boys, because if one of them get out of line, I'm gonna drag their ass behind a horse. And all I can do was just smirk and just jump back in the van. I'm like, damn. You just basically told me that you're just gonna drag these niggas by horses. That's basically what you just said. And I had to accept that because I'm outnumbered. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's my word against his. What am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the sad part, because when you're in those small towns like that and you're picking up inmates, and you might hear anything. I've heard nigger 1,000,000 times in these little small town jails. I've heard a monkey. I've heard all this kind of shit. These lieutenants walk around. Get that nigger out of there. Bring that nigger down here. It happens everywhere. It happens all over the South. Alabama, Arkansas, especially in the South. Especially in the South.
What would you say the biggest difference? Because like I've talked to guys like my partner who did time down south, and how different is culturally of the education level of the guys in jail compared to like what you would get from the guys from like on the West Coast. And so when you go down there and you're looking like how they're talking to people, like, damn, they talking to blacks like this. It's like almost like, you know, it's like mind blowing the way how they treat these dudes.
They know who and where to do that to. We got to understand, these guys, the majority of these big officials that run these prisons, they all meet up in a big facility somewhere every year. California, the South, the West, the East, the North. So they know that they can call Southern boys niggas. They know they can do that down there.
They know they can get away with it.
They know they can get away with it. They know in California, you know, the prison officials in California say, hey, look, you can't call them Bloods and Crips no damn niggas now. They'll take up. You know, so they having conversations about us.
Oh.
They're having conversations about us. They know where you can do that at. They know that you can do that here. You can do that there.
Got you.
You can't do that in the East Coast.
Like you can't do that in New York.
No, you can't go to Rikers Island and call somebody a nigga. You can't. They gonna tear the jail up.
Yeah.
You know, it's not gonna. So these COs and they're being told by the officials, by the wardens, by the captains and lieutenants. Hey, look, you know, be careful what you say in this jail. You know, don't, because I learned that in Texas. I can't walk on the cell block and say, hey, nigga, get in your cell. They don't like that.
Yeah.
But a white boy can come down there and call him a nigga and they're not gonna say shit. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm telling that. Trust me. In the state of Texas, in the South, white boys can call you a nigga and you not gonna really flex if you accustomed to that. Now yourself, you might go down, you might get locked up in jail in the South, and they call you a nigga, and you be like, man, hell no, you got me effed up. You know, I'm not gonna. But most of the cats down there, they're accustomed to that.
Why is it?
They from Louisiana, they from Texas, they from Alabama, they from Arkansas, they from. A lot of them ain't gonna. A lot of them don't care. A lot of them don't give a damn. You know, they don't care about that shit, especially coming from a white boy. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not gonna ruin their chances of getting the chance to go to the infirmary when they need to, or to go to commissary early, or to go holler at this chick down at the chow hall. Trust me, sometimes you gotta fight your battles wisely. You gotta choose your battles, because sometimes you can choose the wrong battle, and man, it'll mess you up. Man, them lieutenants don't forget shit.